A footballer's career is a constant ticking time bomb, with our heroes always only one ill-judged tackle away from having to call it a day. Despite all the developments in nutrition, personalized gym programs and post-match recovery, the average retirement age of a footballer remains around 34 years old. And once those boots are hung up for good, there's no turning back, unless you're Paul Scholes. With that in mind, sheds light on some world-class stars who are still going strong well into their 30s. From a 40-capped England international to a silky midfielder who recovered from 8 operations, here are 9 footballers you forgot were still playing. OnlyFans babe who bonked Prem star plans naked bus tour if Napoli win Champions League. Santi Cazorla a firm favourite at the Emirates. Santi Cazorla spent 6 unforgettable seasons at Arsenal after signing from Malaga in a deal worth up to £10 million. The Spanish magician racked up 180 appearances for the Gunners, banking 2 FA Cups, and was voted the club's Player of the Season for the 2012-13 campaign. Often deployed alongside Mesut Özil in midfield, the duo's passing ability was the envy of the Premier League, but an injury to his Achilles tendon blighted the end of his time in North London. Cazorla required a skin graft following 8 unsuccessful operations on his leg, and it was feared he wouldn't be able to walk again. Thankfully, though, the silky playmaker made a full recovery in 2018, whilst on the books at former side Villarreal. He even returned to play for the Spanish national side, captaining them to victory during the second half of a 4-1 victory over the Faroe Islands. Cazorla, now 38, currently plies his trade in the Qatari Stars League with Al Sadd, where he was originally signed by ex-teammate Xavi. Roque Santa Cruz still banging in the goals 26 years after making his professional debut. Roque Santa Cruz now plies his trade back in his native Paraguay at Club Libertad, joining from league rivals and first club Olimpia Asunción. The 41-year-old forward has since notched 14 goals for the Primera Division outfit, with most of his 45 appearances coming from the substitutes bench. The 5-time Bundesliga champion became a cult hero at Blackburn Rovers, following a £3.5 million deal in 2006. He finished the campaign as the club's top goalscorer, banging in 23 in all competitions, and was named Supporters' Player of the Season. He spent another season at Ewood Park before heading to Manchester City, as one of their star signings in the wake of the Abu Dhabi takeover, in an eye-watering £17.5 million deal. The move reunited him with ex-Rovers boss Mark Hughes, but the Welshman would only last until December, and Santa Cruz was unable to replicate his success at the Etihad. Phil Jagielka still going strong at the age of 40. Phil Jagielka spent 15 consecutive seasons in the Premier League with Sheffield United and Everton before dropping down to the Championship to join Derby County for the start of the 2021-22 season. The 40-cap England international was twice named Everton's Player and Players' Player of the Season, and is fondly remembered for a last-minute rocket at Anfield in 2014, securing a point in the Merseyside derby. Coming through the ranks at Bramall Lane, the defender returned to his former side upon their promotion back to the Premier League, but opted to join Derby at the end of their 2-year stint in the top flight. He made 20 appearances for the Rams as Wayne Rooney's side battled against relegation up until January, but was unable to extend his short-term contract due to an embargo placed on the club by administrators. Jagielka then penned a deal at championship rivals Stoke City until the end of the season before extending his contract in the summer. The centre-back has made 19 appearances this season, scoring in wins over Sheffield United and Huddersfield Town. Kevin Marias spending 5 seasons in the Premier League at Goodison Park. 35-year-old Kevin Marias is now enjoying the twilight years of his career in Cyprus. The Belgian international registered 38 goals and 19 assists for the Toffees following a £6 million move from Olympiacos, where he finished as the division's top scorer the previous season. But Marias was permitted to leave Merseyside on a free transfer in 2019 after spending the previous 2 campaigns out on loan. Later turning out for Royal Antwerp, Gaziantep and Moreirense, he then joined AEL Limassol in July. Marias has penned a 1-year deal with the Cyprian First Division side and currently plays alongside ex-West Bromwich Albion and Stoke forward Saido Berahino. AEL sit 8th in the table after 23 matches and Marias has bagged 2 goals so far this season. Diego Lopez 41-year-old goalkeeper Diego Lopez is still unable to give up the gloves with the ex-Real Madrid and Sevilla shot stopper now amassing over 673 appearances since making his debut shortly after the turn of the millennium. Despite relegation from La Liga in 2020, the Spaniard stayed at Espanyol for his best-ever season, conceding just 25 goals in 40 matches as the club claimed the Segunda Division title. He started 36 of their 38 matches back in the top flight, helping Los Pericos maintain their divisional status, before being released at the end of the season. The 6'5" keeper then signed for Rayo Vallecano in the summer and made his debut in a 3-1 defeat to UD Almería. It remains his only appearance of the season. Fabio da Silva ex-Manchester United defender Fabio da Silva has joined twin brother Rafael back in Brazil with both siblings now playing against each other in the Brasileiro Série A. Fabio was just 21 when he started the Champions League final in 2011 and is still as ubiquitous as ever 12 years later. The flying fullback was twice relegated from the Premier League at Cardiff City and Middlesbrough before leaving Teesside for Nantes following Boro's failed playoff campaign. After 91 appearances for the League One side, Fabio returned back to his homeland, signing a 2-year deal with Grêmio. The southern Brazilians also employ ex-Barcelona and Liverpool ace Luis Suarez. Fabio will face off against twin brother Rafael when Grêmio meet Botafogo in July and November. Papiss Cisse bagging 44 goals in 131 matches as Newcastle United made a European resurgence under Alan Pardew. Papiss Cisse now plies his trade in League Two. The former Senegal international has played in China and predominantly Turkey since leaving St. James Park, upon Newcastle's relegation to the Championship, but relocated back to France when his contract expired at Kayseri Rizespor. The forward penned a 1-year deal at Amiens on the final day of August, blasting in 6 goals in 15 matches as the club battle for an unlikely promotion spot. Ex-Fulham and Sunderland striker Josh Maha currently tops the scoring charts with 11. Shinji Kagawa was a £17 million arrival from Borussia Dortmund in 2012, playing just 2 seasons at Man Utd before he was annexed back to Signal Iduna Park. Despite that, he did still manage to pick up a Premier League winners' medal during Sir Alex Ferguson's final act. The honor saw him bank 3 consecutive European titles after successive Bundesliga crowns. The Japanese midfielder spent 5 seasons back at Dortmund following his short stint in Manchester before later turning out at Real Zaragoza, PAOK and Belgian side Sint-Truiden. Now aged 33, Kagawa returned to his native Japan in January, joining boyhood club Cerezo Osaka on a free transfer. He made his debut in a 2-2 draw against Albirex Niigata last month, coming off the bench for the final 19 minutes. Charlie Austin. After just 7 matches for Brisbane Roar, Charlie Austin recently re-signed for Swindon Town on a contract until the end of the 2022-23 season. The ex-QPR and Southampton striker, famed for his incredible VAR Parklife rant, bagged a goal on his second debut as the Robins thrashed Grimsby 5-0. He then went one better by bagging a brace in a thrilling 3-3 draw at home to Gillingham, but, after 3 consecutive defeats, Jody Morris' side remain away off the playoff places. Now aged 33, Austin is only 4 goals behind top scorer Johnny Williams, having played 19 games less than the Wales international.